this is Carl with the Race Red channel. I'm going to talk a little bit about the batteries, electric powered motorcycles. I know that Starkvarg is the latest one, and there have been many attempts in the past. Starkvarg looks pretty solid in comparison to the ones in the past. But according to Elon Musk, the lithium technology is pretty much maxed out. And if that's the case, the electric bikes really don't work, because on a motorcycle, generally you want to cover some distance. You want to have a full day. And there are some issues. One of the issues is if you run out of juice, how can you bring extra power? That's an issue that would have to be resolved. There's gas everywhere. The batteries have to be installed pretty solid, and so far I've seen them installed in such a way that it's a little bit difficult to unplug and plug back in. And if that's the case, then how are you going to replace your battery on the go without a whole team to take your bike apart? This doesn't make much sense yet. Also, I noticed that Starkvarg is claiming their batteries will last as long as a motocross 450 at race speed. That's a really weird way to tell people how long your battery lasts, because you're comparing it to a gas bike. You're not giving a time. You're not giving you're not saying, well, it lasts 3 hours at medium power usage or something like that. You're saying a motocross 450 at race speed. So what you're saying is redline. If you redline a 450 at race speed, and a 450 has a small tank because they're just made for motocross, then it'll last as long as that. But is it the same as the 450 if the electric bike is full power that entire time with no brakes? Highly doubt it. And also the 450s at race speed, I wouldn't want to ride a bike for only that amount of time. A 450 at race speed will go not very long. I'm not sure exactly how long that is, but not very long at all. And also there's the weight issue. The batteries and the bike weigh quite a bit. I can't remember the numbers right now, but there's a huge weight difference between even the Starkvarg and a gas-powered bike. There's a big weight difference. And so you've got government subsidies for a lot of these electric companies, electric-powered, battery-powered companies, electric vehicle companies, but does that make them a good vehicle just because they have government subsidies to keep in business? Tesla is one of them. Tesla is using those government subsidies like crazy. And the machine should sell itself. If you have a good product, it will sell itself, and it will fund itself. Now, Tesla kind of works because they have those superchargers all over the United States now. But what happens when it's a used car? What happens when it's 20 years old? You have to replace that gigantic battery. I mean, you can't just have right now you have a used car and it's not a big deal. 200,000 miles, no problem. But when they are electric, they're going to have issues. Eventually they could be good. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, you're on the wrong side of history. You are on the wrong side of technology. You and your outdated carbed fossil fuel bike. they will try to scare you, say that we're running out of fish, running out of oil, running out of everything, running out of daylight. So we have to stop everything and give the government more money, tax money, and we gotta stop going outside except to go to work. Look, I'm just saying that all in all, gas-powered stuff works really well, and there's nothing even close yet. And that's the truth. That is definitely the truth as of right now. Although Elon Musk did say that he's working on not a lithium battery, but a sodium ion battery, which can take like hundreds of thousands of charges, which that sounds a lot better. With sodium ion, apparently it weighs more, which that'll be an issue for sure, considering electric vehicles are already heavy. But if they can go a lot of charges, it might be worth it. But currently, our power structure can't even come close to charging even half the electric vehicles. If half the population had electric vehicles, our power grid couldn't even come close to handling it. Doesn't make sense. It's not green. There's a lot of carbon burned in order to make that battery, in order to dispose of that battery. So batteries don't make sense. The government has tried to make it financially viable by giving government subsidies to all these electric vehicle companies. So, do they make sense? No. Not yet, at least. And when they do make sense, I'll be happy to own one. There's going to be issues, I'm sure, with those vehicles, but if they can have those sodium ion batteries holding a charge for longer, putting out more power, I don't know if that's going to be the case, but if they can put power out that can last you all day, then we're in the right direction. But as of right now, they're not even close. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed my electric vehicle rant. Starkvarg, I hope they do a good job on their bikes. They look cool. I'm sure they're fun to ride, and they might have certain use cases that work, like motocross tracks. Days like today where I'm coming out and I'm not going a huge distance, I can just ride back to the truck. But generally speaking, a motorcycle, you want to be able to take it out for a full day and not have to worry about replacing anything on it. And that's just not what electric vehicles have to offer right now. I can't remember what the other motorcycle company was called, but they were getting subsidies and they still went under. Gosh, what were they called? I can't remember. I'll think of it after I stop recording. But anyway, Starkvarg, that's the new dirt bike right now, made in Sweden. I think it means strong wolf. Could be wrong. I speak some German and it's very similar. We'll see if it's actually a strong puppy. Only time will tell. I flew off of this, by the way, on a YZ80. I saw my parents, or my brother, parked right here, and my friend, they were parked on the backside, so it looked like it went straight. It looked like they were just on trail that went this way. I come flying down this third gear, fourth gear, wide open on my YZ80. I see there's no trail when I get to about here. I go flying off the edge, and I survived. Barely. Not barely. I was pretty beat up, but the bike handlebars were pretty mangled. Yeah, it was a good adventure. Good learning experience. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you on the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. And, yeah, have a good one. Peace.